a good way to get to know native plants, especially ones that are good for commercial, residential, restoration, landscaping, are to get personal with them. Like, example for me, the Ruellias, the main two Ruellias, also known as wild petunias, are the short, dry land, hairy wild petunia, and the not as common, but more common than the distant others, smooth Ruellia, that's taller. Now, those two I view as like the Mario brothers. Mario and Luigi. One is shorter, hairier, and more popular, more equipped, whatever you want to call it, depending on if you're playing Super Smash Brothers or Mario Karts, blah, blah, blah. And the other's taller and a little bit smoother. And not as desirable. So, hairy wild petunia, hairy Ruellia, and smooth wild petunia, smooth Ruellia, are like the Mario brothers. That's a good way to look at them. Another group is the Rudbeckias. Now, the Rudbeckias, I take a personal feeling to. You got the weedyish mainstream black-eyed Susan, and then you got the more docile eastern black-eyed Susan. And then there's the brown-eyed Susan, the sweet black-eyed Susan, the showy black-eyed Susan, the orange coneflower, sometimes called orange black-eyed Susan, and then the Missouri black-eyed Susan. But then one of the Rudbeckias is never called a Susan. It's the tall one that grows in thickets that is either called wild golden glow, green-headed coneflower, or there's a third name to it. But anyhow, all of them have either usually or always referred to as a Susan, except that one. Oh, cutleaf coneflower. That's the third name that's used. All of them have a Susan in one of their common names, except that one. So I view that as me. Because I'm a boy that grew up around all these females, all these girls. So that corresponds to me. And when you think about families, genuses of flowers, trees, shrubs, vines in that way, it makes it easier to remember them or correspond with them. And there's another way I can help with the cherries and the plums, but that's a different story. Anyhow, wild golden glow is me, surrounded by a whole bunch of Susans.